All right. I think everything's in order. Sorry, it took a little bit. I'm like 10 minutes late from when I said I was going to stream, but I didn't really take into account actually having to like build the deck and reformat, um, the spreadsheet to accommodate like the new section to it. So I will probably be playing this deck more in the future at some points, because red white's always kind of a thing that's on the radar. It's kind of weird though how minimal the red splash is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Kind of insane that it's legitimately it's legitimately sometimes worth like gimping your mana base so hard, playing 5 fetch lands, 2 plateaus, cutting a port, and playing 3 caverns. Which caverns aren't always gimping; they're love and take, give and take. Okay, I have a good stream I need to go to. I mean, we're just messing around. It's Tuesday, right? This was actually the list that Picoro, that's who he is, Picoro139 or something on in Discord, otherwise known as Basic Planes 13 or something. This is the list that he topped 32 the Legacy Challenge with. He got 30th place. So I just wanted to give it a whirl. I still like Mono White a lot more, but kind of wanted to mess around with it. PN Karan Nalar is really, really, really good. So if like you're losing a bunch of like Grixis, you want to be playing PN Karan Nalars and stuff. I made exactly one actual deck building decision here, other than copy and pasting this list. Kuroko was playing 2 Fairy Macabres, and I can not stand to play the first Fairy Macabre, but I can definitely not stand to play the second Fairy Macabre. So I swapped one out with a Surgical. I'm playing the first one for like the Recruiter synergies, but I can't imagine a world where I actually want to be playing 2 over some number of Surgical extractions, to be perfectly honest. I also can't imagine a world where you'd want 1 Fairy Macabre over just more Surgicals, but I tried to make as little, like, change decisions as possible in building this deck. I feel like Chalice and White. I want to test that more, too. I was actually torn on whether I wanted to play more white, just mono white taxes today to practice with Chalice some more, versus just streaming the red splash. I think I just kind of want to do this to shake things up, because I've done a lot of just mono white content in the past couple of days, like Friday, Sunday, Monday. But Chalice seems promising. I just haven't been able to test it enough. I played it yesterday in the league, and that was it. And then I cast against Miracles, it got disenchanted on turn 2, and then I boarded in against Shadow, didn't draw it, boarded against Dredge on the play, didn't draw it. So I still need to test it, but in theory, I really like the idea. What's up, Yahenny? So back to the... I try to make as little changes as possible. There's still a Shalai in this deck, which I also don't like, but again, I'm literally copying the list to see how it feels. Also, only 2 plateaus, which is interesting. I'm not sure if that's like the industry standard, because I thought the industry standard was 3. But when I originally built the red-white splash, everyone was on 2, which is why I only own 2 plateaus in paper. But then people had started taking up to 3 when I saw more recent lists of red-white, and Perk was playing 2, so... Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Other than that, I don't think I changed anything. Obviously, some fetch lands are different, but it really doesn't matter. Just play white fetches. The amount of matches that I've played where... I guess I haven't played a lot with red-white, but I imagine the amount of matches that your opponent can use a turn 1 Sorceress Spyglass out of Eldrazi Stompy and hit your double Flooded Strand hand is minimal. And also, there is the marginal upside of sometimes you get Flooded Strand pass, and your opponent has to play around Force of Will. Currently at work, so I'll be just in with 1 AirPod. No problem. Any other things that I did? I think that was actually it. The Surgical for one of the fairies, the different fetches. I'm even playing this dang Shalai, which I don't know is correct, but more 4s isn't the worst, because you actually take your Vial to 4 in this matchup for, PN Karan plus Karakas. But anyway, enough about the list. Let's just... Also, no, red pingers in the sideboard, which I thought was a little bit unusual. No Cunning Spark Mage, or there's a 2-mana one that, pings your face and a creature, but it can come down, a turn earlier. So sometimes they played that. Sometimes they played Goblin Sharpshooter. But no pingers, it's just the Walking Ballista, which maybe is better, I guess. Shalai seems sweet. I never liked Shalai in Legacy. I tried her out in a lot of leagues when she first got printed, and I know Phil was testing her as well. And a lot of people seemed a lot higher on the card than I was. Whenever I played it against Grixis, they would just like fetch, snap, push it or something. It would get Karakas. I was like, oh, this card is actually decent against lands. It protects my guys from punishing fires and stuff. And then they would just like crop rotate Karakas, whatever. Clearly, Chain Whirler should be in your deck. That's a good pinger. We got 2 plateaus, Cavern on Goblin. Or whatever other creature type, if Goblin Chain Whirler is another type. Anyway. But yeah, I've never really liked Shalai. I still don't think Fairy's like correct most of the time. I'd be curious to see what Phil's thoughts were, because I think Phil was playing like 2 Fairy, no Surgical as well. In his mono white list. Hang on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh no, it was 1 Surgical, 1 Fairy, which I can see some argument for, but I'm not even sure that that's like better than just 2 Surgical. But I think 2 Fairies is like definitely wrong. The second Fairy has so much diminishing returns over the first. Alright. Infinitely castable with the Chain Whirler. Yeah, we got Vials. We got Vials and like 5 red sources. 3 of which would have to be put on Goblin. Oh, I didn't change the stream title. Oops. I can't think of a catchy name. We're just gonna name it Legacy Red White D&T League. Something about like P and Karan. Wishing I would Pia Karan was in mono white. Because then there would be almost no reason to play red at that point, honestly. It's like 2 Maguses and a Direfleet Daredevil. And Magus is not even that great. I mean, it's good against Shadow. They have to find Dismember. And it's good against... is it good against Grixis? It might be better than some of the other stuff I have going on. I actually have to figure that one out. Do I board it out against Shadow? There we go. Taking along... oh, of course. Alright. Oh god, fetch lands. Bottom mulligan to 6. We have Mom with stuff. Probably okay. I used all these like colors of lands in my hand. It's just not a bunch of white cards at this point. Mountain Pass. I want to fetch basic planes here because Mountain Pass feels like it's prison. And I want to be able to cast my spells. Yeah, it's like Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon, sure. We can always plow that to get out from under it, but I don't really need to right now, especially because we just drew another basic planes. So let's just play Jitte. Oh, well, not getting out of the Blood Moon now, but I don't really care. Maybe I want to connect with this Jitte right now. Like, Plow Magus, equip attack. Mother Room is still protected from everything that can come out of Mono Red Prison here. I'm just, like, not doing anything this turn, so I kind of want to do that. Also because we have backup plow, so... This also knocks, gets a bunch of things online. Like Stoneforge can start attacking under bridges because we have GT counters preemptively. Or we can just kill this Goblin Rabbit Master before they go to combat. Trying to figure out if I want to... I think I have to keep him on back now to protect the Shalai from something. I'm scared of Ensnaring Bridge, though. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep the Shalai back here. Or the Mom back. Alright, cool. We win. Nice, I guess. Really wasn't expecting that they would just, like, concede to that. They can find Ensnaring Bridge and stuff, right? Alright, God. What on God's earth do I board in this matchup? Alright, so Walking Ballista seems good. Magus the Moon seems bad. Let's start there. Relic Warder and O-Ring and Recruiter seem good. Is Pia and Karan good in this matchup? Is Direfleet Daredevil bad? They have like a Braid and Fiery Confluence. This card's probably fine, because you can like shatter a bunch of bridges if they cast a Fiery Confluence. Yeah, this card's good. Keeping it. Crusader's not great. Kind of like the rest of the cards here. What does Pia and Karan do? Not a lot, right? Help me push the last couple of points through a bridge. Or help like take down walkers and stuff. It's pretty weak to all their board wipes though. Their Pyroclasms and K-Returns and Fiery Confluence, so maybe this isn't the Pia and Karan matchup. Something like that. Cut Batterskull. Batterskull is like the worst of my equipment. GT gets under bridges and Sword gets my guys per red. So maybe something like this. So I'm not sure if that's the correct way to board. Could like trim Thalias or something instead. Because sometimes Batterskull can be useful, and I imagine sometimes having like a 1 of Pia is definitely more reasonable than having 2 at least, because it's always an option to tutor for. So I think maybe that's more correct. Especially because we have the 3rd Recruiter on the board, so we'll be more likely to be able to tutor for something late. There's also like Shave Moms, but let's try that. Oof. What if I just like keep this hand against Red Prison? We have Daredevil, we have Pia and Karan that are both castable. I guess we're like really weak to accelerating out an early Chandra, but we also have Port to slow down. I'm gonna keep this. We have Basic Planes, which is much more important in this matchup, or with this deck than Mono White. Like having access to a Basic Planes is definitely relevant because we actually can get Blood Moon out of this game. They turn 1 Blood Moon me? No, sure. Turn 1 Magus. Well, we can no longer port them, but they also don't have a land, so we're just going to cast that Aether Vial. Wow, that is an extreme hand that they kept. Am I Daredeviling just to block? I can Daredevil into... I guess I don't have to Daredevil, because I can always just Paladin on 2. Because I want to be able to connect with the sword as soon as possible. Killing their Magus would be nice, because then it unlocks Rashad Port. Assuming they hit a land drop at some point. Like that. We might even be able to just eat this Magus with the Direfleet Daredevil. But they probably want to attack into a Violon too. Because Thalia exists. Yeah, we're just going to cast Stoneforge. Which is an even bigger tell that we have something, but that we have like a more relevant 2 to Violin to stop them. This lets me find Jitte to possibly get that online instead of the sword to beat an Ensnaring Bridge. Maybe they'll attack. Deal. That attack seemed ambitious. Alright, they're just dead. Cool. Opponent is very good at, like, snap conceding. That was, like, the fastest game of my life there. I don't think you're ever supposed to attack your 2/2 into a Violon 2 from Death and Taxes. Just with Thalia's in the deck. Or Saravengers. I guess Saravenger's probably not a red-white card, but... Man. Did that guy just get pummeled? We didn't even need the planes in that hand, because they just couldn't answer the Aether Vial. Are you supposed to keep a turn 1 Magus against... Maybe against red-white taxes, at least, because there's a chance you screw them, but... Like, 4 basic planes, 4 Aether Vials. And they're probably going to play around, like, being on the draw, needing access to a planes or a vial or something. So they're going to, like, mulligan accordingly. Especially with the Crystal Vein. If it was, like, City of Traders or Ancient Tomb, at least. It did not seem like optimal decision-making from the opponent. None of the red cards got to flex their muscles, though. Direfleet Daredevil doing a bad Thalia impression there, which was good enough. Alright. Again, this is like an awkward hand, but keepable. Wasteland makes it much better. So we can use our mana proactively as we take up this vial. We're obviously really soft to combo, but I don't think I'm ever passing on like a turn 1 Aether Vial hand with stuff. Like when I put in place a non-basic, we just get to Wasteland Mother of Runes. Deal. Chalice avoid me. What is my life? All these Chalice decks. Gonna snap off a Wasteland there. Are they on red or are they on Eldrazi? Eldrazi, okay. So this Mother of Runes becomes a lot worse, but does protect against Dismember. This Recruiter seems pretty good. My worry is getting Thought on it, though, but we have a couple cards in our hand that are useful. Play Blooded Strain so I don't get Wastelanded, because I might want to go, like, cast Recruiter into hold up Flicker Wisp on file or some such. Or actually Blood Moon? Yeah, Recruit Magus the Moon is, like, GG against Eldrazi, right? Yeah, it seems like a pretty good plan. They can Thought Knot me, though, if they do. Nice, just a Mana Reshaper. Or even 2 Mana Reshapers. We can beat those. I'm gonna name... Am I supposed to name Umezawa's Jitte here? If we draw one, I'm sad, but... If they draw one, I'm even more sad. And they don't have, like, Ratchet Bombs in the main deck or anything. I'm gonna name Umezawa's Jitte. think we're winning this game without it. Seems pretty good. Pretty solid. Yeah, I figured that was coming. Well, this deck feels really good if these are all the games... Wait, did they just concede the whole match? What? They were 1-3, so maybe they like just didn't want to play their last round against Red White Taxes, because it's probably just the nightmare matchup. But holy crap, we might play 2 leagues at this rate. At the rate we were just dumpstering people. All these dirty Chalice players. Alright, where's Eldrazi Stompy? I guess I'm recording that as a 1-0 win. Because I can't record any post-board data because there was none. I mean, I imagine it probably would have gone something looking like a 2-0, but no guarantees. Opponent just like didn't even want to play the match. Just got turn 4 Magus of the Moon, and they're like, "Well, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm done playing Magic. Fuck this league." All right. This hand is like pretty solidly medium. I'm on the play. I think we can do better. Yeah, that was better. We have like fetch plains Vial. I definitely want this wasteland. I think I'm gonna fetch the plains. You know, fetch plains like put her on Stifle or some such. Also, don't really want to get wastelanded on turn 1, so yeah. I'm not used to like playing with fetches. Fetches are hard. Force that. Alright. Force pitching force, sure. Cards weren't gonna do a lot anyway. We do keep a wasteland on top, so we have plenty of lands. We can wasteland Mom or just play Thalia this turn. Sure. Clearly you're a savant. Man, I'm still just blown away. That Eldrazi player was just like, I don't want to play this anymore. Just conceded the match after getting Magus of the Moon. Just like, I'm out of here. This is my last match in my league. I already X3. Just take it. Take the win and leave me alone. Top 2 on that preordain. Wait, didn't I? Oh no, I fetched. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. See, this is why I don't know how to fetch. I kept on top, but then I fetched away my wasteland. Which I really wanted, so I should have went port Aether Vial. Heard Legacy D&D, but in red-white. I'm literally just stealing Kuroko's list. Let's get dazed. Nice. Or let's not get dazed. Maybe I'm supposed to play Mom there just because active Moms are also insane against Shadow. This Thalia has the ability to just like savage them beyond space and time, though. Although probably not with the top preordain. But yeah, I'm used to just like mulligan and scrying to the top. if they're gonna wasteland me, that seems ambitious. They need to cast a cantrip here. We got a worse Think Twice? Yeah. Think twice, but the second thought is like not a good thought. Think once and then yeah, should have definitely led port. I'm just used to me when I scry a card to the top, I'm always just gonna draw it because I never shuffle on turn 1. Ooh, Cavernous Souls is nice though. Blood Moon tilts people on matches. Yeah, for sure. It was hilarious. I mean, my opponent didn't actually tilt. They just conceded the whole match. They didn't like say anything in chat or something. I think I'm just gonna Mom plus port. Think once, then forget you're thinking and try to think of something else. Yeah. Jeez, you guys are really going all in on the. Apparently, I'm just the most exceptional red-white taxes player alive. Play this uncounterable Mom. We're gonna port their Watery Grave, or they're gonna wasteland my port. Maybe. I'll make. They can't wasteland my port though if they want to also kill this Thalia here. Yeah, Thalia down. Mom down. Deal. Get out of here with that Watery Grave. Do you win Worlds? Oh, you know. I don't even know what Worlds is. We'll just go to Worlds and win, obviously. Red-white taxes. This is the best league I've seen so far. I mean, this actually has been a really funny league, though. My opponent really think that double wastelanding me is a good plan right here? Unless their hand is just a bunch more lands. Yeah, opponent wants to like double waste me with a Thalia in play. Seems really loose unless they just have a bunch more lands in hand. I'm gonna snuff out my guy. Go to alright. Go to 1 life. You better have land plus removal spell. Land plus fatal push. Or like I guess Death Shadow is pretty good at blocking. But if we just draw like a land,